my dear learners. Welcome to the world of education. Welcome to the world of exploration. Let's start exploring. Let's start learning. Welcome to your one-stop destination, that is English Gurukul by Sukriti Joshima. All right. So we would be beginning with parts of speech, right? So what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover today parts of speech, right? This is what we are going to have a look at. Now, when we talk about speech, whatever we speak or state is called a speech, right? So whatever we state, whatever we speak, right, it is called speech, right? Speech comprises sentences which are composed of words. So it comprises of sentences which are composed of in yesterday's class we talked about sentences. What do we actually mean by sentences, right? So sentences are made up of words which comprise of words, right? We can divide words into different classes called parts of speech. So we can then further divide words into different classes, right? Into different classes which are known as parts of speech. Here, the parts of speech are 8 in number as shown in the table given. So here is the table, right? This is the table, for example. So there are 8 parts of speech, right? How many parts of speech are there? 8 parts of speech, right? So now we are going to talk about noun. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about noun, right? When we talk about noun, what is the definition? What is the function of noun? When we talk about definition or function, then we'll be talking about the examples, right? Herein, we would be talking about the examples. Now, when we talk about the definition or function, basically you must have played, or if you haven't played, you should play this game, which is known as noun game, right? Which is a noun game in which you basically divide into various categories of name, place, animal, and thing. So these are the categories and you need to fill in these categories, right? So this is a major game which is often played by the learners out there, by the students out there. Especially in my class, I make them play this game, right? So name of a person, place, animal, quality, or a thing. So name of a person, place, animal, quality, or thing, right? For example, when we talk about noun, we are talking about name of a person, right? So name of a person, herein it could be Ram. Ram is the name of a person, right? Then it could be, we could be talking about boy, right? Then we could be talking about dog, which is an animal. So dog is an animal, right? Dog. Then we could be talking about pen. For instance, we are talking about this black pen with which I'm writing, pen. Then we could be talking about sun. Then we could be talking about Delhi, which is a place, right? Truth, which is a quality. we could be talking about truth, and we could be talking about honesty, which is again a quality. How do we know that these are the qualities? Because whenever we tend to talk about a person, for instance, if we are talking about Sukriti ma'am. So suppose Sukriti ma'am is an honest person, right? Or Sukriti ma'am is is truthful. Now these are depicting the qualities, right? These are depicting the qualities. Then we move on to the next page. Herein we are talking about pronoun, right? Keep that in mind. We are talking about pronoun over here. So we are talking about pronoun. Earlier we had spoken about noun, right? We were talking about noun. Herein we are talking about pronoun. Now, when we are talking about pronoun, it is used in place of a noun. So pronoun is used in place of a noun, of a noun. So pronoun is used in place of a noun, right? For example, examples would be, so suppose this is the table. Now examples would be I, you, he, she. Where did my screen go? Where did it go? For example, so we were talking about pronouns, right? So we were talking about pronouns. So we were talking about the examples I, she, uh, you, he, they. All of these are the pronouns. So these are the pronouns. These are the examples of the pronouns, right? So whenever we talk about pronouns, these are the examples of pronouns. Here, here. Then we move on to articles and determinants. Then we move on to articles and determiners, right? We are gonna have a look at the articles and determiners, right? Now, when we talk about article and determiners, they basically point out indefinite and definite nouns. So they point out definite and indefinite nouns and indefinite nouns, right? They point out definite and indefinite nouns. For instance, A, for for example, example would be, instead of tabular form, now I'm doing this one. For example, A and B, few, some. So for example, when we talk about the examples, the examples being the examples being A and the few, some. A and, the, few, some. Right? These are the examples of articles and determiners. Articles, obviously, we are aware about a and the, right? Few, along with it, few, some are also there as examples, right? Now, next we are going to study adverb. What are we going to study? We are going to study adverb. Now, when we talk about adverb, it describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So it describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, or another adverb. Example being silently, silently, widely, widely, softly, quietly, very carefully, very carefully. So for example, silently, widely, softly, quietly, very. So if I talk about the adverb over here, now we are talking about that how adverb describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, right? And the examples being the when we talk about the examples, we are talking about silently, widely, softly, quietly, very, or carefully. So wherever you can see that what is common, TLY is common, right? See, yeah. Then we move on to next page. Then we move on to next page. Herein we talk about verb, right? Herein we talk about verb. Now, when we talk about verb, it tells about action or state of something or someone. So it tells about action or state of something or state of something or someone, right? Yeah. Now, is am are not is am are is am was have do like walk work make throw tell. Now, these are the verbs. So, an action or state of something or someone. So, state of something or someone, right? So, walk is a state of something, is a state of someone, right? Working is also a state of someone. So, when we are talking about state of someone, we are talking about walking, we are talking about working, we are talking about making, we are talking about throwing, we are talking about telling, right? On the other hand, action, when we talk about action, then you have to be in action by using these words: is, am, was, have, to, like, like, liking something. So this is state of something, right? To to like something, to like something, or to work, state of action, state of action, right? Yeah. Then we move on to the next page. Herein we are talking about conjunction, right? So we are talking about conjunction. What are we talking about? We are talking about conjunction, which joins words, clauses, or sentences. So it joins words, clauses, and sentences. Clear? We have studied about words. We know what is, when do we make a sentence? When it is a group of words, right? Then it's called a sentence. We have studied clauses. So words, clauses. So we would be talking about words, clauses, sentences. So when you talk about these three things, right? When you talk about these three things in combination, it is called conjunction, because you are combining it, right? You can remember it like this: combining, conjunction, right? So joining words, clauses, and sentences. Now, the examples would be over here: and, but, when, yet, while, and, but, when, yet, while, else. These would be the examples, right? These would be the examples. So when we talk about and, it is an example of conjunction. It connects, joins words, clauses, and sentences. So whenever we are talking about joining words, clauses, and sentences, and is one of them, but is one of them, when is one of them. When connects two sentences, right? This and when did it when did it happen? If you're, suppose if you're talking about an event, so you would be talking about when, right? Then yet, it is yet to be, for instance, it is yet to be, right? So yet, while, else, right? So when we talk about while, in a while, in a while, for instance, if I talk about I will talk to her in a while, right? So while is also conjunction, else is also a conjunction, right? Now we move on to the next page, that is the next thing, that is preposition. Now when we talk about preposition, what are we talking about over here? We're talking about that how it links a noun or pronoun to another word. How it links a noun, how it links a noun to a pronoun, to a pronoun, how it links noun to its pronoun, right? Um, or to another word, right? Then we have the examples over here. The examples being at, to, after, on, for, under, over, with, right? These are the examples. So noun, preposition, when we talk about preposition, it is a noun, a combination, it links a noun or a pronoun to another word. So it links noun and a pronoun to another word, right? You just drop it off to another word, right? Yeah. Examples would be at, to, after, on, for, under, over, with, right? These are the prepositions. At, to, after, at, to, after, on, for, under, over, with, right? These are prepositions. The examples of prepositions. Here, then we move on to interjection. Last but not the least, interjection. Right? It expresses sudden feelings or emotions. So it expresses sudden feelings or emotions. Right? Now, for examples would be very simple. Ah, alas. Oh, ouch. Hi. Well, hooray. Right? These are the interjections. So whenever we talk about interjection, we are talking about how it expresses sudden feelings or emotions. For example, ah, alas, oh, ouch, hi, well, hooray. So these are the sudden feelings or emotions that we get to see, right? All right. I hope it is clear. So with this, we come to the end of the session, right? So with this, we come to the end of the session, right? If you have any doubts, any queries, you can let me know in the comment section below. This is your Kriti Joshi signing off. Till then, let's all keep learning and let's all keep growing, right? This is your Kriti Joshi signing off, right? Yeah, this is Sukriti Joshi signing off. Till then, let's all keep learning, let's all keep growing, let's all keep evolving, right? Bye-bye.